everybody. Bear with me. Here I am a minute late. Go figure, right? And doing all the things. Okay, bear with me for a minute. Hi, Adam. Thank you for... I got your message. I just haven't had a chance to answer because I was trying to hurry up and get here, right? So, hold on. Oh, wait, hold on. Give me a second. Give me one more second. Okay, I think I'm here now. I hope you're all here still. All right, hey, I'm excited to be here tonight. Super. Hello, good evening, hey guys. Julie, it's so great to see all of you. So glad you're here. Guys, I'll take the guys. Just to do some other stuff, and I moved the time up tonight. All kinds of stuff. So don't worry about the guys. I say you guys all the time. It's a Pittsburghese thing, right? It's a Pittsburgh thing. And then I say y'all. So that's where I'm at now. All right. So no worries. You can call me whatever you want to. I don't even care. Happy super. Yeah, it's his last super moon too this year. It's good to see everybody. Hello, 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 hello to y'all. So I will tell you guys, kiddos in the background, you might hear the TV. She's putting gingerbread houses together. So that's what we were also doing earlier as well. It is the Gemini super moon, guys, super full moon. I made a couple of notes there. I actually wanted to do some other content today, and not yins. Oh God, yes, the yins, Adam, right? The yins thing. God, I hate that. Oh, it drives me crazy. The yins Pittsburgh thing. But I just wasn't feeling up to it today. So I do want to make a quick announcement. I'm still not going to get into detail at this time. I don't feel comfortable doing that yet, so I'm going to hold off. But I will tell you that the amount of appointments, personal appointments that I'm taking on the daily. Hi, Eve. How you doing? Ted J. Mishka, how are you? Sharita. They are going to be a little more limited than they had been until I kind of find my groove again, my rhythm, right? It's like Stella got a groove back. Oh, Nicole's trying to get her groove back. So in time, I'll address that and as to what's been going on. But I just need to be a little more slower paced and taking care of myself, right? That's been a kind of a theme for me for the past year in general, right? Between the MS and everything else. So just bear with me. I also will be posting, I'll probably make a video before long. I'm going to do a special that I've not done before with readings. There might be only a total of 5 to 10 spots for these, and this will be for next year, for 2026. They will be very specific to the months in 2026 as to what you can expect in a personal, having the personal read with me. And with that too, your personal number and your year. So we will dive into those things. So it's a much more personalized overview in that. And I will also include those in the emails that I respond to you when you reach out to me via email in regards to readings. But I do believe that I'm only going to run 5 to 10 spots on that. It is going to be more than a regular reading because it's going to take a lot more time and effort on my part in working with spirit. And I want to make sure that the turnaround time is pretty reasonable as well. So just a heads up on that, and I'll put out more information on that here before long as well. So with that, let's see. I smell like alcohol or something. I don't know what's going on. It's weird. Hi, John. Another Nicole. Oh, Nicole, I love that. Lack of vitamin D. The lack of vitamin D since this weather has gotten crappy is all my soul can take. Hi, Barry. How are you? Ellie, yay on the readings. Yeah, I'm excited. Hello, Scorpio. I'm excited to do that. So, if you're waiting on an email response from me as well, I will hopefully get that done tonight. That's the goal. I don't think I have too many left to respond to. So I'm going to go ahead, go over a few notes with you all. And then I'm honestly kind of tired now. I'm not going to lie to you. Thank you so much for the high five, for the gift, Karen. I appreciate you. And then we'll pull some cards. And that's probably going to be it tonight. I don't think I'm going to do any Q&A. if you are interested in doing any donations, you can do the gifts or whatever here as well. Oh, Barry. Whew. When we put it as the shit hit the fan. Chrissy, I see you, love. I'm so happy you're here. When you say, Barry, that the shit hit the fan, I feel you, my dude. I do. I feel you. Good, Ellie. I'm glad you're getting on your feet. Everything takes time. Everything takes time. For sure. You know, guys, let me go. I have a little note. Yeah, hold on. I'm going to go grab this little notebook because I made some notes this morning. I want to go over those with you all tonight. And laughing disco. I love it. And then my other notes on the moon itself. But I want to give you what I channeled this morning. So hang tight for a minute. It's okay. It's nothing that can't be cleaned up. Okay, guys, sorry. I'm a little unorganized story in my life. Yes, join us. That's right, Adam. Join us on Discord. Yeah, he's going to do some cool things over there. My shit's been hitting the fan for the last 2 years. I feel you all. I feel that. All right, so this morning, you know, I pay attention to the mornings when I get up and I get ready to see memberships are open as well. Sorry about the reconnection. I was saying channel memberships are open. Info is found in the description box of all of our regular videos. Join us over there, please. We would love to have you. But I always pay attention to kind of what's coming up and what's going on. And there was this whole theme this morning. I got the chills as I'm going to say this. The ability for greater awareness of oneself. I want to make it something very clear to all of you. When your life begins to stabilize in any capacity, no matter what that might be for you, that's when we're able to sit back and do a lot more reflecting. And that's when those moments of maybe seeing people in our lives differently really kind of comes to the forefront of our perception. And I wrote this morning. God, it was like 6 something, I think. And it says about safety allows for reflection. So when we finally get to a point in our lives where we feel safe, we feel comfortable, I could say to you maybe in like the fact that I bought my house, right? I was out of the apartment. We were moving on, doing new things. And I felt this, we'll call it a blanket of security, if you will, of being in this space. Marilyn, hello, love. How are you? What does delusional look like? Depends on who you're asking, I guess. Hi, Jamie. Welcome in. But I had like this, I guess, blanket of security of I did it for myself. I did it for my kiddo. Hi, Shatoya. Welcome, sweetie. Hope all you had a great Thanksgiving too, by the way. I'm sorry. I'm kind of like at random here. But it gave me, I'm just, again, using myself as the example, the best way that I know how, that I could think back to the last, I don't know, we'll say 5 years. And think about what I thought I had at one point in my life that I thought was secure versus the security and the safety that I had buying this home and doing the things that I'm doing currently, right? It gave me an opportunity to sit back and reflect at the contrast of what had been going on in the years before and then where I am today, right? Or at that point in time, 6 months ago, whatever it's been. That's where I talk about like peeling back the layers of the onion, right? That's where that comes in as well. We start to understand that through our safety, through our peace, through us feeling more grounded, maybe in spirit, thank you, in ways that we are grounded and even more challenged, we find deeper meaning and association with others and the way that they perceive the world as well. So that comes from a deeper emotional awareness of empathy that we have for other people. What do you know? Adam, keep eyes out there, I think, maybe on the one. I'm not sure. I might have to sneeze. Excuse me. I knew that was coming. But, I remember too, and I would imagine a large part of you here, hi, Sarah Lynn, thank you, Adam, are Scorpios. It usually tends to be the way that it goes. But even if you aren't, I would say water signs and fixed signs. Pay close attention to this. I said to Scorpio some time ago, and this is part of the message that I got from Spirit this morning, and I wanted to do a video, but I just wasn't feeling up to par. Um, that, I've said to Scorps, by the end of this year, or even throughout Scorpio season, you would realize the people who are there for you, right? You will start to see the true colors of some, and I forget what that video was, maybe even titled and whatnot, but I said you would see the true colors of certain people. You would start to see things. And I think a lot of times in these readings, most people kind of equate it to love, romance, that kind of thing. And we tell you, some of us do. I try to kind of beat it in your heads. And part of the reason that I wouldn't do love readings for the longest of time is it's not about other people, right? It starts with you. But at the same time, those dynamics are not just in our love life. They could be our sister, our mother, our brother, friends we've had in our lives for 20 years, people that have come and gone, I don't know, people we reconnect with, people that we work with, like that person that we're having an issue with, and we're kind of projecting some level of those discrepancies on another person. Maybe our partner as an example. It isn't the partner. Is it somebody else that it's like, think about who or what triggers your feelings about certain things. I hope that's making sense. So it's like when a certain person or a certain situation arises, how does that make you feel? And for whatever reason, I want to say, take it away from instantly going, my partner, my spouse, my whatever. Like, really, thank you, Eve, so much, as always, sweetheart. Take it away from that, right? Take it away from that love interest. I want you to really dig deep into, I'm going to say, Spirit, thank you, family. Spirit is saying family, right? Hi, Lux. Hi, Jessica. How are you? See, she says y'all. Hello, the healing wildflower. Don't just be super quick to go, that third party is coming from my spouse. That third whatever energy is coming from this or whatever. Really pay attention. That I think that, especially at this time of the year, December, whatever holiday, Hanukkah, Christmas, whatever else you may celebrate, that we are surrounded by a lot of people. And it's usually people that we don't typically spend a lot of time with. It's like guilt, right? We're guilted into doing holidays or things or anything like that. Hello, Leah. Happy to have you here. Hi, babe. Glad you're in the room. I say my other half, my boyfriend's in the room tonight. Tell Dennis hello, everybody. So with that, start to look at other people in your life. Look at the dynamics. Look at the relationships that you have with these people. Some of this is going to be more so about childhood wounding. Look, honey, you've been invited into the circle. It's about childhood wounding. It could also, especially if it pertains to your siblings, a shared experience that the two of you have had, or even in growing up together, that there could be a competitive form. And I don't know why, like, I'm thinking Five of Wands for whatever reason, but I don't think that it's so much, it's like, I'm going to call it mental gymnastics, right? It's all the mental shit. It's the mental stuff. The what, shoulda, coulda, wouldas. This person feels this way. What do I do about that? Oh, look. Emily McLean. Yeah. Oh my gosh, everything's happening at once. Bear with me, guys. Had to cause stalking. Oh, thank you, Ellie. I appreciate you, sweetheart. Thank you so very much for that. You got to do those things sometimes. Number 18 is important. Hi, Nicole from Nadia. Hi, Nadia. How are you tonight, sweetheart? I love it. You guys are funny. And Adam, yeah. Adam just sent me a separate message too. We hit the 16,000 subscribers mark. How freaking exciting is that? I remember when I was happy that we had like 1,200. How cool is that? So all of your likes, your comments, your shares, your subscribes, your joining, your all the things that you all do clearly have gotten us to where we are. And this is a group effort, right? This isn't just me in spirit. This is all of us together making these great things happen. So thank you all for doing what you do here, right? So much love for that. But okay, so let's get back to this. So there's something about that. Pay attention to all of those things. Hello, retired Teletubby. I love it. 16,000 just sent you a tip. Oh, Marilyn, thank you, sweetheart. I appreciate you. Yes, the community is growing. We're doing the thing here, and it makes me extremely happy and proud to be able to continue to do something that I have no doubt I was put here to do. I truly believe that. I see it and witness it every single day, and I'm so thankful for this journey that I'm on. Okay, so major emotional, when we think about Gemini, it's Mercury, it's communication, it's air, it's swords, it's the mental stuff, right? We don't necessarily look at Gemini as emotions. But I will tell you from having a Gemini child, we can go from very logical to very emotional in like 0.2 seconds, right? It happens instantaneously. And it's like, what the hell just happened in the room? But it happens. But this is about what is making your life more vivid. Like I had a conversation tonight with a family member on the phone. And talk about deja vu. I almost stopped her and said, I swear to God, like everything she was saying was being repeated to me like she had just told me this yesterday. And it was so wild. And she doesn't really necessarily believe in what I believe. So see, Dancing Dragon, you get it, right? Oh, Barry, thank you so much, sweetheart. I really appreciate you. That's what we're here for, to help each other. Only 18 likes. Thank you, Leah. Hit the like button. I hate sounding like a salesman. Hit the like button. Hit the hearts. Hit all the things, guys. Hit all the buttons, right? Like it's like remember when we were kids and we're like, oh, what's that button do? What's that button do? Or when we go to the Halloween store, we're like, oh, what happens if we press this button? Press all the buttons. Right? You guys change. Gemini's change, right? It's logical, then it's emotional. And I've got a Gemini moon, so I can be very logical in my emotions, right? And then I can be very like, oh my God, I'm in my feels. I tell him, if he's still here, I'm sure he is. I'm like, I'm in my feels today, babe, so prepare yourself, right? And he's learning. God bless him. Thank you, Leah. The duality is insane. Oh, yeah. Talk about the emotional duality. Sometimes I make myself crazy. I won't lie. Gemini moon. We'll see you. See, Crystal. Same. How are you, darling, by the way? I've got a Gemini moon and a Scorpio sun. We're enough to drive ourselves batshit insane. It's great, right? But, so, we just don't typically associate Gemini to being the emotions, but they're definitely there. And I was saying, like, I had this very vivid conversation with my stepmom tonight, and it was like, holy shit, like, did we already have this conversation? Like, this is crazy. Like, literally word for word. And I'm sitting there, like, playing with this gingerbread house with my kiddo, and I'm having this conversation, and I'm like, whoa. Talk about vivid, talk about taking you back, talk about going into that time, and then to have made these notes and being able to read these now to you, it's like, did we really see this coming? Did we see what's here now? Did we really see that, right? Conversations, and so we talk about conversations. I want you to go back and think about the turning points. And, I'm gonna go there because that's exactly who I am, and I live underneath that realm. Hang tight for a second. Hey, you want to get that? Just let her know that I'm on here, okay? Company, and the dogs and others are shit now. Bear with me for a second. Okay, so with that, where was I going? So the conversation's the turning point. I was saying that, like, I will go to that place. The place of the fact that when we go back to the events in, what was it, September, October, with the assassination, right? We know exactly what I'm talking about. Hang on. Hey, kid. Will you let the dog outside so she's not whining? Please and thank you. That's awesome. This is life, guys, right? It's the holiday season. Ta-da! Get the dog outside. Otherwise, she's going to stand there. Cleo. Hang on. I'm so sorry. Geminis are a big headache. Oh, Ellie. I know what you're talking about. I know there can be a lot of competition between siblings. There really, truly can be. So with that, we talk about that assassination aspect of the turning point of the things that were happening at that time. And, we talk about competition. You talk about all of the things, in that regard. But these are, whether it's collectively, so when we think about that particular situation, it's a global, it's national, it's whatever you want to call it. But even in our own and personal lives, the turning points that are happening in our conversations and our day-to-day, the way we feel about life is changing right now, guys. I can't reiterate enough. It is December. We are less than the 4th, right? So we're 27 days away from the end of 2025 already. We are in the year of 9. It is crazy change of times for us. I think back to this time last year, what was going on in my life to what the hell's going on right now, not even remotely the same. Never could have prepared for the fact that this is what it would look like right now, right? Completely different world. And so we're also addressing, again, Gemini, wouldn't think it, but here we are, the feelings that are being invoked from this last 9-10 year cycle that we've been a part of. We've got Saturn direct, we've got Mercury direct, so communication is clearing up big time as we move through the post-shadow phase. Adam, I know you got it. We've got Jupiter, I think is going to, no, Neptune. Neptune and Pisces, I think, are going direct also. There's a lot, because we have like 5 or 6 of them. There's a lot of things changing, right? And we're getting out of that everything is asked backwards kind of mode. We're paying for, we've got consequences and actions that have gone hand in hand. We're paying for the things that we did not learn. There were lessons we were supposed to learn. From the point that Saturn went retrograde, I was having this conversation with someone else today. From the point that retrograde happened with Saturn, we had kind of like a time period over the summer up until now to kind of really think back about the decisions that we were making, and if we were making decisions from our higher self. Were we learning? Were we trying to not be perfect, but affect change with the best of intentions for ourselves? And I've said it, and I actually heard, I think it was Chris Rex said this the other day as well. It's about our intentions. And I've repeated this to you guys since I opened this channel. I don't care what you do. If you step into this world with the best of intentions and things maybe don't go quite the way you wanted it to, God, your angels, your ancestors, the spirits, divine, whatever, is looking at you from the lens of why did you do what you did? Did you mean well? Or were you trying to be malicious, nefarious, jealous? What place were you for the summer? Where were you working from? Were you working from a place of learning, figuring it all out? It's like Saturn returns and the teacher's back in the room. It's like, I'm going to run to the restroom. Don't get out of your seats. Read your book. I'll be back in 5. And teacher comes back. Did you read the book? Did you stay in your seat? Did you learn the lesson? Do you know? Did you act accordingly? People who have not acted accordingly, and I feel for most of you here, this is the real feelings around how those things have changed and what you now notice with people who didn't act accordingly, or people you're kind of still cleaning things up from. The communication, the old memories, the choices, the consequences, the desire to connect to things differently or onto other people now because you've learned those lessons are going to come through. Check-ins with yourself, and even checking in, like when you look at, they say like your personality is made of the top 5 people in your life, like the closest 5 people to you. Who are those 5 people? Do you like what you see from them? Do they inspire you to be your better self? Do they want, do they support you? Look at those 5 people, because those are going to, like, the checking in of the 5 closest people to you are very important right now, because they sum up who you are. They have a great influence on you. It's like, you ever go away somewhere and you pick up on another country's accent or another area's accent? Why? Because it's there, right? You're in it. You're immersed in it. So when you hang out with people, you conversate with people, you spend time with people, you become a part of those people. And those people become a part of you. How do you feel about that? Right? So that's something to really think about. Expression. You're probably in a place right now where you're starting to express a little bit more. I will say, for those of you who are typically expressive, you're doing the thing. You're just doing it and you're okay with that. But I think that some things on a deeper level are being expressed in ways that maybe you weren't quite thinking that they would come out. Or some of you who are deeper into expression than most, some of you could be having a hard time giving space to others to navigate that expression, to see how it is that you want to handle the way in which you respond and not react to certain situations. So you may be trying to curb the reaction to things or the response to things in the meantime as well. But for those of you who tend to suppress or take a longer time to think about or address expression, it may feel like it's coming a lot more easy to you right now than it typically does, or the way that it has been, the way that you think about it or fulfill your expression of the feelings. Again, that Gemini energy, the feelings that we're dealing with and how we're putting it out into the world, or who we're expressing it to. Furthermore, what belongs in your world moving forward? We could say 2026. Hey, Missy, quit. See ya. I'll be in touch. Okay. All right. But who and what is going to be a part of your life moving forward? What do you want your reality to look like? What do you want to shape it to be? It's totally up to you, right? So it's really checking in, because you think about Gemini. Gemini is, they're peoply, right? They can be very extroverted. They can be very introverted. They can be very, just social and magnetic and this great, bubbly, amazing personality. And they can go into a very dark shell as well. I've seen Geminis in Great Depression in times, right? And they really struggle with that. It just varies. It really does vary based upon where they are in the moment. So I would say to you to go back and go, what is meant for me moving forward? What am I opening myself up to moving forward? Okay. Who do I want to be there moving forward? And what do I want it to look like? I'm going to go back through the comments real quick, and then I'm going to pull the cards. And I apologize for the confusion, but there's a city little thing tonight and everybody's out and about, and I managed to con mine into staying home. So I was like, let's do gingerbread houses, and it's warm here. Yes, the feelings are, Sally? Oh no. Okay. The clarity is something else right now. Hello, Priscilla. Jamie. We've got a cat. Come on. Here he comes. Here's one of our furry friends here in this house, right? I love it. Jamie, right? You wouldn't trade any of it for anything. Mick, this place in the evening can be a little crazy, so thank you for being patient with the background noise. Yes, for those of you that have not met this guy, this is Loki. He is our our fat cat, our 25-pound Balinese who had to get shaved. Like, so when I tell you that he's fat, it's legit every bit of fatness. But okay, dude, you gotta go. All right. Okay, so let's pull some cards. Let's get down to this. There's the dog. Everybody's in the room. Isn't he pretty? He looks prettier with his long fur, but he was matted because his big butt can't. Hello, I am Scorpio rising from the ashes. I'm happy to have you here. He can't lick his backside because he's too fat. God bless him. So he got shaved because he was matted. So now he's kind of nude, but he'll be all right. He'll grow back in. Like a tower day. Jessica, you're not the only person who had a bit of a down day today. I'm going to tell you, I talked to a couple people. And it's a recurring theme, and I just got done saying Gemini can be very bubbly and very open, and they can be kind of very reclusive, and I'm going to dare say depressive in some ways. And regardless of what your placements are, regardless of what your sun sign is, like when we're going through these changes, it's not that we morph into those other signs, but they do have an influence over what's going on with ours at this time, right? Or with our chart at this time is what I was saying. My Maine Coon won't let me brush him, so he gets shaved too. Maine Coons have a very finicky personality. He's a Balinese, and he baths. He just can't reach anymore. His rolls get in the way. God love him. All right, let's see. I'm exhausted all day today. Crystal, I hope you're doing well. I know it's been a minute since we talked, and listen, guys, I just said to you in the beginning of this too, if you hadn't joined me in the start, I mean, I've got my own other reasons why I'm like, I need a nap. But do know, the moon is absolutely doing its thing tonight, Barry. Abso-freaking-lutely, my dear. It's also called personal boundaries, and there's a lot around boundaries right now, too. So just heads up on that. Ghosting, I'm not a fan of it. I won't lie to you, right? But at the same time, take a look at the dynamic, is what I will say. I've slept more in the last 2 days than I've been awake. Been exhausted for the last 4 days. Hi, Colleen. It is exhausting. There is definitely something about this energy, and I mean, I went through it myself. I've got my own other reasons why. But I said to you, if you feel like you need to slow down where you need to right now. I'm going to be this person, and every boss in America or throughout the world is going to hate me. If you need a sick day, take a sick day. You need a mental health day, take a mental health day. I just need to go sit on a park bench day, I need to sit on a park bench today. If it's a Netflix and chill kind of day, take a day. Take a day to breathe. You absolutely have got to take care of yourself. You have to. Guys, at any given day, I mean, at one point here the last couple of weeks, I was putting out 30 videos a week on YouTube between channel side and public side. I was doing close to 20 readings in a week, being Monday through Friday, and doing all of the life stuff. I will run myself ragged. The MS thing came to be, I'm using myself as the example here, and I had to learn to slow down. And I finally felt good, so what am I doing? Back to the grind, because that's me. And then it's something else come up, which isn't a bad thing, but it's like, again, now I have to reorganize my life to the way that I thought that it was gonna look. I had this whole like big plan in my head, right? And God's like, nope, hold on, stop. We're gonna throw you a little curveball. Not a bad curveball, but it's still a curveball from where you thought you were going at this time. So now through the end of the year, that's what I said, like, I will do the appointments. Can't be doing them the way that I was. If I need to take a nap at 2 o'clock, I'm going to take a nap at 2 o'clock, right? I really tried to be an on-demand kind of person with everybody, but I also have to take care of myself, and I will absolutely always encourage you to do the same exact thing for you. We can't always be on demand. We can't always be on call. Sometimes our self, our home, our sanity requires us to take care of that before we take care of anything else. And I will tell you, from A, I was once married to a Gemini, and B, having a Gemini child, when those things get neglected under this type of energy, it's treacherous. It gets ugly. You don't want to go there. I've seen it firsthand. You don't want to go there. So if you feel the need to pause now throughout the end of the year, take that pause for yourself. The world will still be standing tomorrow. I want to even think of it this way. Whether it's your job, your obligation, whatever it is, if you died tomorrow, the world would still go on. Your job would replace you. Your family would have to go on. Your community projects would still carry forward. They would just delegate somebody else. Everything, there would still be dishes in the sink. Nothing would change. The world would continue on. So you must take care of you so you can be a part of that world. Period. Okay? You're going to do, everybody, including yourself, a lot more good that way. Hello, Christian. Hi, Christiania. How are you? Let me go back here for a second, and then I'm going to pull these cards. Been turtle mode the last 2 weeks. It's been a slowdown. You know, Shatoya, you took a mental health day. Good for you. Good for you. All right, so much energy. And there's a lot of... Jamie, I'm all about the 2-hour nap right now. I feel you. And retired Teletubby, if you've got the energy, burn it, do the thing. Self-care, yes. Hello, TJB. Turtle mode. Good evening to you. Oh, yeah. Adam, was that the one about the money or whatever? Jerry, you love my eyes. Thank you. Appreciate that. I'm doing great, Christiania. Thank you very much. The dishes will still be there. They absolutely will. Okay. Leah, 1,000,000,000%. You either sit down. I figured it was, Adam. You either sit down or they will make you sit down. One way or the other. And I'm going to tell you, I was talking to someone else today, and the tower that was brought into somebody that she knows came in a very ugly way because they wouldn't just bend. They wouldn't just see things even in a different way, right? Like they wouldn't just go, let me see this from somebody else's perspective. The tower hit. He is. Julie, he's always doing his thing. I'm so thankful for him. You either start to make those adjustments, or the good Lord, the divine, the universe, whatever it is, they're going to do something to make those adjustments for you. And I know when I was doing, I think it was Taurus's reading for December, it was Taurus, Leo, and Cancer. So yeah, water and fixed signs. If you have Cancer, Taurus, or Leo placements, so Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, primarily, but I also read for the North Node as well. Those 3 signs in the December reads all stick out to me as very profound readings. Like I can kind of tell you about each one of those, primarily Cancer and Leo. Cancer, it's seeing where the value truly lies. It's believing in yourself more. Leo, it is making massive changes for yourself and being open to those changes and going, you know what, there is another way to do what needs to be done, right? It's kind of like, I think I titled that one, like, are you going to participate? And I think for Cancer, it was titled like status, like something about the change in status in your life, like believing that you deserve more, right? So if you have those placements, do go check out those videos. Awesome. Yeah, when you're a bartender, man, you've got to people. Good tips though, right? Like, good night, Sharita. Thank you. We'll chat tomorrow. Cancer North Node. Check that out then. Esmo ring, I'm going to assume you're a Scorpio because I'm going to say only a Scorpio would be like, let that tower fall. Let me pull the stick that's holding it up, right? Let me pull the stick that's propping it all up at this point. All right, let's get some cards out here. Let's see. For this, let me get the Astro Codes deck, I think. If I can find it. Oh, it's right there. Okay. Hi, Stephen. Welcome. All right, guys, let's see. Spirit, what messages do you have for the collective tonight that have joined the channel for this Gemini full moon? What do they need to know? What do they need to know? I said, oh, and I read for the North Node. Look. Oh, and there's, oh, look, and there's Barry. Oh, my North Node is Gemini. Check it out, Barry. North Node on the split. So that is our purpose, guys, right? If you're not familiar with what our North Node is, it is our purpose. It is why we've come here. Our south node speaks to our karmic past, what we've experienced, what we should have cleaned up by now. We will revisit some of those lessons to kind of use it as I'm going to call it a leverage, in my opinion, to push us forward to our north node. The north node currently is sitting in Pisces, so it's desensitized us to our dreams, our ambitions. We're going to get emotional about that, right? That Gemini full moon, emotional. But this is like kind of needing to be, I'm going to say kind of, it is needing to be flexible with the universe. It is fate, Mary. It's fate and destiny have been coming out a lot in these reads. But that north node, it's pushing you to where you're supposed to be, guys. And I'm going to tell you collectively, I've had this conversation with quite a few people. Third house of communication, there it is, Gemini and Mercury, is that, where's I going with this? The collectively, the changes that are happening, you're going to be surprised. Sydney, you can pull your north node. You could just honestly go on Google, find a chart, and just put in the day, month, and year you were born, asking what the north node is, and it will just pull it up, and you find your north node, and your north or your south node is always opposite of your north node. So let's say you have a north node in Aries, your south node will be in Libra, right? It's always the equal and opposite. Taurus, you have a Scorpio south node, and so on and so forth, okay? It's a nice, because it helps you to understand your purpose, right? Your purpose and what you're here to do and accomplish. Co-star. Oh, damn it, so sorry. Co-star is great to kind of just get a quick overview, and they kind of break it down, which is nice. It keeps it very simple. It's cheap to use, and I think some of it's free too. But it doesn't tell you your north and south node though, so just do know that. No. So it's going to be about where the north and south node were at the time you were born, and they run for 18-month cycles. Now, ironically enough, like I am a Scorpio sun, right? And my north node is in Taurus. My south node is in Scorpio. I've got lots of Scorpio in my chart. But it doesn't mean that that's where it's going to be just because of your sun sign. Your sun sign is just your characteristic, your personality, right? Your rising is how people see you, the way you interact out in the world. Your moon is your emotions. Venus is how you love and connect with others, right? So there's a lot to be had, but that north node is purpose and passion. Excuse me, in this life. Yeah, Sydney, co-star is not going to have the north and south node. Just honest to God, Google it. It's the easiest way. There's a lot of good charts on Google. Hi, Marnie. How are you, honey? That you'll easily find what your north and south node placements are. Okay. Oh, you're so welcome. You're so welcome. All right. All right. Let's see here. Spirit. There comes that third house of communication again, abundance. Tell the universe. I'm just like a crazed lunatic. Tell the universe what you want. Tell your person what you want. Tell your kids what you want. Tell your cat and dog what you want. What do you want for yourself? What do you need for yourself? Like proclaim. Spirit, God, whatever. This is what I need. This is what I feel. This is what I know. This is what I desire. And not that you're working from like a greedy place or anything like that. Geminis are very direct. And especially when they're kids. My daughter, like, if I walked in a room with a pair of shoes and I'm like, hey, I got these shoes. What do you think? She's like, those are the ugliest things I've ever seen, Mom. Take those off. Take them back to the store, and she'd be having a meltdown. There's no filter. None. Or if she liked them, she'd be, take them off, I'm going to wear them. those are the two sides of it, right? There's the duality. It's one or the other. It's what do you desire? We're leaving this year of 9. We're going into a year of 10, which breaks down to a 0 and a 1. Think of it. The Fool and the Magician. The Fool and the Magician. The Fool doesn't walk into anything with a preconceived notion of any of it. The Fool is a whole new beginning. It's like, I've never been here before, right? Like, I'm just saying, if you've never been a parent before, whole new world. If you've never been a homeowner before, whole new world. If you've never paid a car payment, whole new world. You've never had that type of job before, whole new world. You've never gone to school, whole new world, right? Those are the big things. You know, my one friend's here, I'm going to say this, or how many times has she started a project in our house of, you know, building walls or cabinets or whatever? Never done it before, but damn it, she's on, you know, YouTube and, you know, this old house, you know, figuring it out, right? I've never been here before. I don't have a preconceived notion. I have no idea what I'm doing. But it's all about the journey. And I have beat that dead horse so many times over, and I will continue to beat that dead horse so many times over. It's about the journey. It's about loving it, being present. I talked about this the other day, about being present, about being aware, being a part of it, taking it all on, just enjoying life as it is, and being open to the experiences, right? The websites, Adam, I don't know what they're called. Just Google it. Like there's me. I'd be like that wife going, just Google it. I tell Brett, just Google it. Tutorials, yes. Sun, Mars, Mercury. Oh, Ellie, I don't know. You got quite a few. Oh, Margit, we've got the same placements. Isn't it fun? 21, 22, 23. Weren't those some years for us? Like, holy shit, right? Yes, Adam, yes. Be detailed. If you go into a steakhouse and you go, I want a steak, but, you know, I've been on a filet kick here lately, and I'm like, just give me a steak. Make it medium. They bring me out a ribeye and I wanted a filet. Well, guess whose fault it is? Mine. I didn't tell them that I wanted a filet. I said, just bring me a steak, a medium. That's exactly. If you don't try and you fail, that's on you. You didn't try, right? Absolutely. Hi, Jessie, I'm sorry. Hi, Jessie. So, you know, and then the magician. It's like, you know, if you're going to bake a cake, you look at the directions and it says, hey, you need oil and water and flour and eggs. Go get your ingredients. What's the magician do? He gathers his ingredients, right? Like, I feel like I really need to show these to you guys. I really want you to look at these. The fool doesn't care. He doesn't care. He's, at his worst, he can be reckless, right? But let's be real. There's where a lot, don't be stupid, right? There's a don't be stupid, but a lot of the good stories come from a little bit of reckless behavior. Tell me that I'm wrong. And I know there will be people out here going, don't be reckless, don't do this, don't do that, be prim and proper. And you know, I love everybody, but man, I'm not about that. What do you learn from that? If you're prim, proper, and you sit on your hands all the time and you don't open your mouth, what the hell were you learning? I was thinking about that earlier today. I don't even know why it crossed my mind, but now as we're sitting here talking about it, now I do. There's the magician. Check it out, right? He's got all of his tools. And you know what? I've been reading tarot for, gosh, 23, 33, 27 years. Been intuiting longer, but tarot for, I'd say, 27 years. This is how dingy I am. My roots are showing. The magician, he's got all the tools, right? He's got the infinity loop. He's got the as above, so below. He's got his pentacle, his cup, his sword, and his wand. He's got all four aces in his arsenal. Everything that stands the test of potential. Every bit of potential to make anything he wants to create happen. But just as someone said, like, if you don't try, nothing comes of that, right? You don't get anything if you don't try. Chocolate chips. Oh, the white ones. Those are good ones. We've been junk food. Oh, they melted together.
I understand.
Yes. What was I saying? Sorry. Watching the kid. But yeah, so if you don't try, right? If you don't try, you don't take that leap, you don't know. You will never, ever make it to where you think you want to go if you don't do it. Look at this fool. Just him and his little doggy, right? It's like Dorothy and Toto. They're off. You know, she's got her little bike and she's got her little dog and, you know, that whole kind of thing. Just go do you. Dorothy had a bike in The Wizard of Oz. Did she have a bike? A bike with a basket. Oh God, we're talking Wicked. I'm sorry, I'm in the wrong generation. In Wicked, she didn't have a bike and a basket. I'm allowed to tell my story and my version. Thank you, ma'am. See, Gemini, they don't keep their mouth shut ever. Never. See, yes, someone else said yes. There is a bike and a basket in the original. Yeah, we fear success. We do. Empress, I love you too, sweetheart. Thank you. Ellie, I love the banter. This is my house all the time. The wicked neighbor did. The wicked neighbor did. Someone said the wicked neighbor did. Did you hear me? She's been proven wrong. She will not speak now. There you go. There's my Gemini for you, right there. Oh my God. She says, oh my God, nope, they don't. I have no idea. I have no idea. So the magician, 0-1, that's what we're moving into. That magician, he's got the potential of stability, security, money, hope, abundance, Jupiter energy, February 20th, moving into Aries. That's a complete new start, right? We've got the Ace of Swords. It's truth, it's victory, it's success, it's communication. It's just everything that just goes to toe with the reality versus the fantasy of life, and being accepting of that. The Ace of Wands, it's to carry that forward. It is, again, that other spirit, the other arsenal, the other tool in the arsenal. The action, the planning, the configuration, the passion behind it, the drive behind it, and it's like, here it is. It's a whisper. Like, spirit is also just saying, like, it's a whisper. When you look at these cards, they all come out of like nowhere, right? They all come out of nowhere. The hand of the divine. There it is. The hand of the divine. The hand of the divine. Look at this. The Ace of Cups. The hand of the divine. Love, emotion, how we feel about it, what we love, what we need to nurture. And P.S., the Ace of Cups is not just romantic love. It is to love oneself. It is self-care. It is an overpouring, because when we are well and pouring into ourselves, we can then pour into others, right? Faith, right? Adam, yesterday, what was it yesterday when I did Scorpio's read, and I was like, Limp Bizkit, you gotta have faith. George Michael, you gotta have faith, right? It was a whole vibe. I couldn't believe that came through, but it was pretty funny. I was feeling it. I was like, okay, here we are. So with that, all right, Spirit, what else? I don't even know what time it is. Hold on. Oh, it's not that late. I'm actually doing pretty good, maybe. Yeah. All right, Spirit, for the collective tonight. Tension and moon perception. Listen, I would go, if I had a classroom of you in front of me, I'd be like, show of hands. Who's really uncomfortable right now? Right, hands up. Right hand in the air. Wave it around. Who's uncomfortable with the changes that are happening right now? Because this tension is like, I'm hearing, how do we bring this together? It's perception. You've got two people in this tension. And funny, I've been preaching it all night. 9 and 10, right? Year of 9. The moon is perception. 10 in this deck. There's your 9. We're closing this out. Marilyn, my hand is way up high. And then we've got moon perception, which is the 10, right? And what's supporting all of that? Debilitated. And P.S. behind that is another 9. Sagittarius, expansion. We are in Sag energy. And then Uranus. Is Uranus going direct? I don't even know what the hell. But Gemini is with Uranus there. I stand corrected on that. Gemini is with Uranus right now. Change. We have got to get past the idea that change is scary. Change is not scary. Ellie, as I say that, look up there. Man, I love the change. I can't wait for my next adventure, no matter what ailments I have. Love life. Love it all. Embrace it all. Good, bad, and different. Think about the journeys that you get to have that other people's, oh my God. Other people may not have got to have, or will never get to have in this life that you get to experience. Do it all. Do all things, right? That's exactly. Abso-freaking-lutely. I love that. You guys are awesome. Amazing. Amazing, amazing. I'm going to clarify this tension, perception, debilitated, which again, Margit, yes, we've had that conversation, haven't we? They say it like it is, and you're outnumbered, right? I've got one, and I'm outnumbered from the jump, right? All the time. I feel you. We've had that conversation, Margit. Absolutely. All right. All right. This tension, perception, and debilitated, and then we're going to wrap it up. What is this tension about for the collective under this full moon? Spirit is saying it's a bit serendipitous, but this is also whoever thought that challenges would be serendipitous. Christopher, hello, it's been a while. How are you? Guys, be careful of self-defeating behavior. Okay? Be careful of self-defeating behavior. The Emperor with the Five of Swords. That's a lot of control. That's a lot of manipulation to keep it on your terms. It's a lot of desire to say that this is the only way, right? The Emperor rules the kingdom, and he feels like he has to rule his life. And I will say to you, if you're dealing with another person, I kind of want to, like, if I was, let's just say, as I go to say that, Queen of Pentacles. You got two people here, most certainly. Could be dealing with a Scorpio, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Doesn't have to be. Emperor could be an Aries or a fire sign. I feel like I'm talking to a cross watcher. Like if I was reading for Scorpio, if somebody was watching for Scorpio, right, as a cross watcher, to see what's going on in that, this message would be for them. As an example. So however you're viewing this reading, always place it where it fits for you, right? Whoever is trying to hold control of doing it a certain way, doing whatever it is a certain way, where you're not being flexible in, and it makes me think of a call I had today with a client, where you're not being flexible with a certain situation. Don't think for a second that that person who's asking you to be flexible, or I'm going to even say understanding, I don't think they would pull the rug out from under your feet. I don't feel like that's the way this rolls, but they're not afraid to stand up for themselves and their own beliefs. So you've got two, what I would call headstrong people in general, who have substantiated some level of stability in their lives, but somebody has learned something very specific about boundaries. And in this case, it's like, what am I thinking of? It might be a card game, something with poker. I'm not a poker player, but like you could have a bunch of minor, let's just say as an example, you have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? So 5 cards, whatever, like that's a straight. So they're all smaller cards, and you could have a pair of aces, but that straight is going to trump those aces, even though they're a higher card. See what I'm saying? I hope that's making sense, and I hope I'm not fucking up poker as I say this. Lynn, no worries. I'm happy that you're here. You can have the big cards in your hand, but it doesn't mean you win. And it shouldn't be about winning or losing. But somebody here has really, and there's the moon card again, somebody is finding some level of strength or courage where I don't think they've been there before. And they're willing to go the distance to stand their ground on something that I think in the past they self-sabotaged before. So I would have conversations with this person, you know, again, Gemini energy, it's time for clear communication, and understand why they feel like in the past. Thank you for the cocoa, the hot cocoa. Thank you, Black Diamond. Thank you. Why they felt like in that prior action, because they have learned something very specific, but they don't come in loud, they don't come in boisterous, they don't come in egotistically. They come in and go, here's my boundary, here's the the line that I'm going to draw in the sand on this. And I say they're not loud because they're sitting with the moon. It could be very subtle, but they also know where they're going and why they're going in that direction, right? They've learned a lot. They may be very intuitive with the subconscious of the moon, Cancer, Pisces energy there, but those who are staying stuck in a way of thinking, it's time to break up with that way of thinking. It's like divorcing your own thoughts. Like, could you go to your local courthouse and go, I need to file a divorce from my own thoughts? Like, how do I do that, right? I just think it's funny, like they presented it just now that way. Like, can I divorce myself when it comes to this? It's kind of funny. So this emperor, oh, cards are backwards. Spirit, this emperor, what is this about? They're taking a backwards perspective. 3 of Cups sideways. 10 of Swords. I feel like this emperor is also working from a place of 10 of Swords. Didn't we almost have it all? Could we compare it to the Psalm? Sure. But I also, as I was getting ready to say that to you, Spirit also brought up the fact that I said way back in the beginning, this could also be around family, right? Did we almost have that perfect sibling relationship? Did we almost have that perfect parent-child relationship? Did we almost have that perfect working environment relationship? And this could pertain to your love life. I think for a lot of you, you're going to have some very different scenarios in various ways come up. And when they're talking about didn't we almost have it all, and then I think there's also this very rigid way of thinking with this Emperor, the 3 of Cups sideways, and the 10 of Swords. Again, Gemini energy in their most difficult stance inside is, I know what that's like. So rather than be that extroverted go-getter, take that leap of faith, I'm going to sit back in this because I had this prior 10 of Swords experience, right, where I've been flat on my face. So if I open up to vulnerability, because this Emperor is anything but vulnerable, if I shut down my vulnerability, I'm safe here. Both sides of whatever this is are not fully open. But I'm very caught. I'm going to call it caught on the 5 of Swords and the 7 of Wands because it's not insanely boisterous. They're so quiet and humble about the way that they handle that particular thing, right? So give me one second. Hey, kid. Your dad tried to call.
My dad called.
Can you call back too?
Oh, I thought it was cold.
No, it wasn't that. Okay, so sorry.
What's wrong?
Yeah, just take 5 minutes, please.
Do I have to go on?
Yes, please.
It's on my phone. Can you hold me for my brother?
I know. But it was kind of actually late and past that time. Interesting. I'm reading what you guys have said. So, yeah, the future is coming in at a rapid pace here. This 5 of Swords, 7 of Wands. See, they're I feel like 5 of Swords, 7 of Wands. Ooh, that was nice. That was very nice. This person with the 5 of Swords and the 7 of Wands isn't, I will say this, they're not super trusting. I could say for good reasons, right? Hello? Carmen, how are you? Or Carmoon. Yes, I've read some of your comments, my dear. They have, they don't trust. They just don't trust easy, but they're trying to bridge a gap. They've learned a very difficult lesson, and they're figuring out, I think they're trying to figure themselves out still, and I think they're trying to figure other people out as well. They could be dealing with somebody from their past that puts a lot of roadblocks and barriers around them too, that makes them have to defend themselves. It's a very sordid story as to why they are the way they are, but they're used to people using them. So when they have some level of serenity, peace, to give that up would mean giving up their entire world. So just be aware of that. And for this Emperor over here, there is a greater way of life if this emperor, if I can talk, would just, I hate to say give in. It sounds like it's like somebody is like pushing somebody else's boundaries there. But I'm going to say the last 10 years, that Gemini card, that 10 of Swords, the last 10 years again, the way that it's been done, it cannot go forward. It cannot go forward. It's not an option anymore. The rigidity cannot be a part of this. And I'm not trying to excuse, I want to make this clear too, and Spirit's bringing this up. I'm not trying to excuse the one side with the 7 of Wands and the 5 of Swords, right? Like, it's not like this person gets a free pass, Emperor, just get over it, right? It's not a free pass kind of thing. But I feel like this person is gauging it in the moment based upon the circumstances, especially with this full moon energy. Like, do I feel like I need to have my boundaries up? Are you giving me a reason to put my boundaries up? I was reading a thing today, and this kind of gives me the same idea, I guess, maybe. It said something, a guy wrote this little thing, and it said something like, my girlfriend or wife, whatever she was, went through my phone and was looking at my text messages. And instead of getting mad at her and accusing her of whatever because she was looking, I wanted to asking her why she was. Instead, I asked myself what it was that I wasn't doing that made her feel that she even had to do that to begin with. Like, am I not showing up? I hope that's making sense the way I'm trying to explain this. I don't remember it verbatim. But if we feel a certain way or something is happening that we may look at, right, moon, as I say that, moon perception, that is a little off, or we could react to, especially with Gemini, it can be very reactive. Hey, Wes, how are you, darling? I will chat with you tomorrow. Why are they in that place? What is the perspective that they are working under, or their perception? And that's how I kind of feel about the 7 of Wands and the 5 of Swords. Hey, Mary, how are you? Is why are they working from that? Or if this is you, why are you working, or if this is somebody else you're dealing with, why are they working from that space that in that moment they feel like they don't seem super guarded, but they definitely have a boundary. And it's for good reason. At some point, this person lost trust in other people. At some point, this person lost trust in themselves, and this could very well be you. So in that, we've gained a different perception of our reality. It is, Adam. Yeah. Well, in that, though, too, right, we start to come out of that. It's not even so much that we're reactive and defensive. But when I talk about that 7 of Wands, right, this person has asserted a boundary. Not out of, like, I'm coming at you like a scared dog backed into a corner. It is, I know where I stand on something. And it's because I've learned a lot to get there, right? So that moon has changed our perception, or we could be changing our perception. This feels to me like with those 4 aces, as I was guided to pull, and then the Fool and the Magician as we move forward, this is this last, right, of this year, full clearing of an idea, rigidity, that this is the way we have to be, right? This is, we're going to do it differently. We're going to understand that we all have, hello, Darlene, thank you for being here. We all are going to have a perception to something based upon our past experiences, and that's okay too. But in the same breath, we have to be open to see it through somebody else's eyes. We have to be open to see it. And whatever this is, there needs to be, I don't think that there's not trust established, because you got all the potential for everything. But in the same spirit saying feet, in the same feet, It's to work together and not apart. I hope that makes sense. Mystical, it's good to see you. Ah, Marilyn, I love that. All right, this perception, this moon card spirit, debilitated. The let go card came out across that, so it's crossing it sideways position. Do I let go of this old way? Do I not let go of this old way? How do I adjust my spirit saying digits? But I'm seeing it as like dials. Thank you. I'm kind of hiccup so bad, so sorry. Indigestion like crazy tonight. The dials, it's like fine-tuning our frequency, right? With Jerry and Esther Hicks and the law of attraction. Are we tuning into the right frequency? Are you tuned into the right frequency? Are you frequencing in static energy out of fear of past mistakes, out of past fear? That emperor, just the rigidity about the emperor is the thing that makes me kind of want to shake him a little bit, whoever that person is, whether that's you or someone else. Because he's just sitting. He's not doing. 7 of Wands, minor arcana, can easily change from day to day, moment to moment. He could drop that wand, right? And then progress forward into the 8 of Wands. The Emperor is a very fixed sort of energy, right? Margit, isn't that a wonderful, like, why do I feel the way I do in this moment? What about this is pissing me off? What about this is making me sad, right? It's a beautiful way to, like, meet yourself. Julie, I believe anything is possible. Interesting. All right, so this moon itself, spirit, please. The caution comes out with that debilitated. Yeah, Knight of Swords. Like, I've got to be careful about what I do. Earth sign. Listen, I'm going to be mean for a hot second. Y'all spent some time with somebody in a different setting. I talked about third parties earlier. Third parties are anything that takes you out of that element or is an interference to your element. You all got to see somebody behave in a certain way in an external environment, right? Mystical, I haven't even been outside. It's too damn cold. I haven't even looked out the window. I hate the cold. Barry, I love that for you. Just after the conversations we've had, like, you do you, boo, right? You do you. I love it. But you're seeing the way that people in other environments behave. And I think, too, about the one conversation I had today. I won't get into details, but there was a difference between home and work. 2 different people, right? And when I see this is like, there is a different person. Like, you know, we are fitting the mold based on where we are in the moment. But instead of being in this rigidity mold of the past, where there's tension, instead of going, I'm going to self-sabotage again in this protective mode, what if we seen this as the opportunity for growth? And in that, we come together, like, in that moment with whomever or whatever this is, and say to that person, how can I work with you here? How can I meet you here? And when I'm with you, you know, if it's a sibling, how do I feel in your presence? Do we laugh? Do we have a good time? Do we eat? Do we play games? What do we do? If it's your person, do they make you feel safe, secure? Do you feel like you're at home with them? You know, a good home, right? Share that with them. If it's your job, when you're in it, are you coming together and working well together? Does it feel right when you eliminate all the other nonsense? It's like seeing people for who they truly are in the environment with them closest to you when you remove all of the other bullshit. And then questioning, can they maintain that relationship with you on those terms when it's just the 2 of you? And as I say that, thank you, Spirit. Gemini, I love them all. And if you're a Gemini in this room, I mean no harm, no foul in saying this to you. 2 faces. Some of the most 2-faced people you will ever meet, again, no offense to any of you, talking lower vibrational, they're Geminis. They will smile in your face and talk behind your back in a heartbeat. Now, granted, I know other signs that do that shit too, but I'm just saying. When we talk about the energy that we're currently in, is the person you're looking at loyal to you all the time? It's not the people that talk nice in front of your face, it's what they say behind your back. Do they protect you in rooms that you are not in? Do they speak up for you in the rooms that you're not in? Do they go to bat for you in the rooms that you're not in? Think about that. It's loyalty. It's loyalty at its finest. Very important. If you feel, I've said this so many times, and I'm going to say this again, and I'll say it a million more times. If you're uncomfortable, if it makes you uncomfortable, it scares you because you're like, I don't know what's on the other side, go do it. Go do it. If it scares you in a good way, go do it. And the good way is not, oh my God, I don't know how this is going to work out. It's, oh shit, I don't know how this is going to work out. I'm not in danger. I'm just letting my mind ruminate. Go do it. Go do it. Why hold yourself back? It's silliness. Don't hold yourself back. Let's grab a Moonology card and I'm done. I'm hungry and I'm tired. I'm going to bed. Good night, Shatoya. I'm so glad you can make it in, sweetheart. All right, Spirit. Let's close this out. Thank you to everybody tonight who showed up. I appreciate each and every single one of you. Thank you for not minding the banter in the background. You just never know what's going to happen in this house anymore. All right, Spirit. I love Spirit. First off, I've had this Moonology deck maybe a month or so now. Thank you, Marilyn. This card has never come out to date. Moon Mom, I am not very far from you. Not far at all. And after we talked about that North Node tonight, right? And I just got done saying to you, if it makes you uncomfortable, if it scares you, do it. Go. Look at this. Look at this. Like, I feel like I've won an award. I love it. Step out of your comfort zone. North Node. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. All these cards. All those cards. Look at all those. Any card in the deck, right? Could have come out. That's the one that came out. And under the bottom of the deck supporting it, a time for healing. This is going to help you heal those things from the past. The last 9-10 years, this is where we heal those past wounds. That is where we heal. Like, guys, I wish I could put into words this feeling that I have for you right now. God, sometimes it's so hard to translate a feeling, right? Oh, Ellie, you're so welcome, sweetheart. Absolutely. Whatever you're going through, I'm going to put it this way. Whatever you're going through, whatever's going on, whatever changes that are trying to take place for you, it's scary. And I have no doubt about it. Like, if you're here and you're thinking about it and it's on your mind, it's scary for you, whatever that is. But you're destined. Understand that this is not just, woohoo, voodoo, some witchcraft, magical, like fucking wave a wand, twitch your nose, Samantha Bewitched. There are things in this life that we are destined for. And either you do it, or Spirit is going to make you do it. It is like your mother telling you, you are going to eat your dinner, and if you don't, you're going straight to bed, and you're having peas and liver for breakfast regardless. Like, you're going to eat this, right? And Spirit's doing the same thing to you right now. Don't turn away from that, okay? Don't turn away from that. You are going to end up so much better in the long run. I don't think you're even going to recognize yourself in 6 to 9, Spirit 10 months. You're going to look back and go, why was I afraid of this? And everything from now is going to look like did that really even happen that way? It's going to blow your mind. And your energy, your aura, your whole existence is going to be so much lighter. Like, I just can't even explain to you what I'm feeling and what I'm seeing right now, right? Esmoring, right? Like peas and liver. Like that was the first thing. Like my mom would be like, "You're eating these," and there was no two foods that I hated more together. I hated, period, as a kid, was liver and freaking cooked peas. They were baby mush, right? And she couldn't just make one or the other. She would put them both together. And it was like, I would always ask her, "Do you hate me today? Why are you doing this to me?" But I always had to fucking eat them. Always. It was awful. I would cry and gag. It was terrible. And I still don't eat them. That's all I can say to that. I still don't eat the damn things. But anyhow, you will be so much happier. You will be so much better. I cannot express enough to you how pure you're going to feel within yourself for allowing these changes to come. Some of you, they will turn out, so I'm going to say something like you hope, but in ways that you don't expect. Okay? But you're going to be happy no matter what. And that's the most important thing. You will be happy. You will be happy that you came and you did. Mishka, I feel you, right? Fuck no to the liver. Look at you all supporting each other in this place. I love you. Jamie. I'm still afraid of the lightning strike. Got a better chance of winning the lottery. Go play the lottery too while you're at it. Lynn, so nice to see you here tonight, my dear. You are just lovely. I appreciate you. Adam, I don't know what the suggestion was, but do hit me up. We'll take a look at whatever that was. 3 cradles. Oh God, that's deep astrology stuff right there. Mystic 007. Hi, Tony. Well, welcome. I'm so sorry that you're catching the end of it, but you're welcome to go back and replay it. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap it up for tonight. I hope this was helpful. I'm going to try to get out some more of the December reads tomorrow. Body only when it cooperates, though, right? I'll be in touch with those of you that have emailed. If you are interested in a personal, that information, email potero.444@gmail.com. You can reach out to me. I will respond to you and provide you with the information. Also, those specials of diving into your chart or not your chart, but your personal numbers and the months to months for 2026. Email me about that as well if you're interested in that. It is definitely more than my typical reads because a lot more goes into that for you, but I'm only going to open definitely 5 slots. Potentially 10, we'll see on the timing and how I'm feeling, right? And then we'll go from there. Thunder and lightning, fuck yes. Like, I love summer for that reason, right? Yes. Thank you for tonight. I'll drop you an email for you. Yes, Barry, I look forward to hearing from you, my dear. Freaky Scorpio. All right, guys, I'm sending you all so much love. Happy full moon to you. Happy super full moon. If for whatever reason we don't touch base, God forbid, happy holidays, happy Merry Christmas, happy Hanukkah, happy winter solstice, happy New Year, happy life, right? All the things. I'm sending you all so much love. I'll see you in 2 weeks for the new moon, most definitely. And then we'll see what else is going on. All right, sending you all love. Thank you for being here. I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye.